Hello and welcome back to my channel. There is about 1 week left of March, so that means it's time to pick my April TBR. So first let's talk about the books that are still left on my March TBR. The one I'm currently reading right now is Together. I just started this. I'm about 2 or 3 chapters in. It'll be a really fast read, so I'm hoping to get this done either today or tomorrow and finish that one out. And then the last one I have is The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young, and this one is a pretty short book, so I think it's just under 300 pages. No, just over 300 pages. So I should be able to get this one done quickly too. And there's one more weekend left of March, so I believe I will complete my March TBR. So these 2 books are going to go off to the side here. And then I also have some new books to my TBR, so I will go through these quickly and add them back on. Commonwealth is one that was borrowed to me by my mom. The Entire Sky is also another one that my mom recently borrowed to me. I purchased the Nancy Drew anthology. This is all like writing, like about a collection of writing and art featuring everybody's favorite female sleuth. So this was just something I came across and I thought it sounded really interesting. And so I want to add it to my collection. The Nancy Drew stories were a huge part of my reading journey as a kid. So when I saw this, I thought, yeah, I want to add that to my collection. And lastly, my pre-order of Sunrise on the Reaping came in, and I am very, very excited to read this. I, unlike many other people, really liked The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I loved the story building and the world building that book had, so I'm hoping that this one really gives me those same vibes. I love stepping back into this world. I remember waiting for the second book, Catching Fire, to come out when I was a kid and driving to the bookstore to get it. So I'm so excited to step back into this world. Okay, now that we've gone through all of that, we are going to pick, I believe, 4 books for April, 4 or 5, depending upon what books I get on my TBR. April should be a less busy month for me. March I knew was going to be incredibly busy, so I only picked 4 books, but April I'm hoping will be a little bit less busy, so 4 or 5, we'll see how it goes. Our handy dandy jar of prompts. Pick number 1. Ooh, dropped pick number 1. Pick number 1. Book that has been on for over a year. I think I know which ones we should look at. I think I'm going to go with The Little Wartime Library because this is a borrowed book and I have definitely had it for over a year. This was borrowed to me last February, so February 2024. I would like to read it and get it back to my mom. I've also just kind of been thinking about reading this book recently, so the font seems pretty big and hopefully it will be a fast read. So book that's been on for over a year, The Little Wartime Library. Next prompt. Okay. Author from another country. I will have to do a little bit of looking. Okay, I have 3 choices here. I have The Inferno by Dante. This is a borrowed book again, and I think Italian. Yeah, so Dante Alighieri. Don't know if that's how you say it. Italian author. I could read this brick of a book, When the Moon Hatched. Sarah Parker is a New Zealand Australian author. Said she was born in New Zealand, lives in Australia, so that is from a different country. I don't know if I want to step into this brick of a book right now. And then another borrowed book is The Beautiful Mystery by Louise Penny, and she is a Canadian author. Taking a look at these, I know I don't want to read. Ooh, I know I'm just not ready to step into this one yet. I think this is going to be a summer book for me. So these are both borrowed books. The Inferno, I feel like it's going to be a pretty quick read, and this is source material for so many different books that I do read that I really want to get to it. And again, it's a borrowed book that I can return. Same with this. I think I want to read the Beautiful Mystery. I think I want to read a mystery book, and it just seems very intriguing. So I'm going to go with The Beautiful Mystery for an author from a different country. And we'll put The Inferno back on the shelf. Okay, pick number 3. A romance book. Perfect. I know what I want to read. Immediately, I knew I wanted to read Out on a Limb. I recently got this book, and I bought it used so I could get the indie cover because I like it better than the traditionally published one. So this is an old library book, but I am so excited to read this book because then I also have Out of the Woods, which is one that I won from a giveaway. So once I read this one, I think I might dip into this one, but I am very excited to read Out on a Limb. The other one I could have picked was Hook, Line, and Sinker, but I just really wanted to read Out on a Limb. Okay, I think we'll do 5 for April. Just looking at the size of these books, I definitely think I could get through 5. Okay, ooh, this one's thick. Buy a book off TBR wishlist. Okay, let's go to some of my more recent purchases and see if any of those are ones for my TBR wish list. Okay, once I turned around, I knew exactly what I was going to pick. Sunrise on the Reaping. Literally just got this book this week on my wish list. Excited to read this. So Sunrise on the Reaping is going to be added for a book off my wish list. And then the 5th and final book. Oop, I got a couple here. Okay. This one is a fantasy book. Let's take a look. Here are my 2 options. I could continue the Lord of the Rings series with the 2 towers and do kind of like oh, interesting. The page numbers pick up from where the last one left off. I like that. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, I could continue reading The Lord of the Rings, and start reading the Two Towers and just do like my chapter a day like I did in the month of March, which would be good for this. Or I could pick up Saint, which is the last book in the Narrows universe that I have not read yet. Also, I love the covers of these books. I think looking at what I have on my stack here, I think I'm going to go with the Two Towers and did what I did in March and start in April and just read a chapter a day until I get to the end of the Two Towers. So I think that's going to be added for a fantasy book. Okay, here is my stack of books for my April TBR. Let's go over the books and the prompts. The Little Wartime Library is for a book that's been on my shelf for over a year. The Beautiful Mystery, an author from a different country. A romance book, Out on a Limb. Book off my TBR wish list, Sunrise on the Reaping. And a fantasy book, The Two Towers. So there is my, almost in March, my April TBR. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye.